I don't know where to start this. The transmission's out already. You know, we got here yesterday. They got started right on it. The transmission was out yesterday and in the shop and on the bench. That is service. They opened at 8 o'clock this morning, and they're inside, and actually I could hear air tools working. I don't think it was quite 8 o'clock. They don't open till 8, but they were already in there started. By 8:17, I believe it was Steve, had already texted me pictures of what the insides look like. Some of the pieces that were torn up. They don't mess around, and the goal is they're gonna get it together. They're gonna get the transmission all rebuilt this morning, and that includes a new torque converter, and have it in the bounder by the end of the day. So that's get it out yesterday, rebuild it, and get it in. They don't mess around. This place, something I forgot. I wanted to tell you about. There was a moment of deja vu. Anybody remember the Panda trip? I brought the old RV, Aja's old RV Panda down. If you followed that trip, you remember when we got to, I think it was Susanville, when the oil pump went out at the Walmart parking lot, just as I was pulling in, the oil pressure. And oh gosh, what was their name? I forget the guy's name. His son's name was Josh. Sorry. But they just pulled up all of a sudden out of nowhere. Or what was his name? Ed? Or he just as I pulled in and was having problems, he pulled up and was helpful, and his son Josh is a mechanic, and he helped fix it and everything. I mean, what dumb luck was that? I changed route and even went that way, and that happened, and ran into them. I mean, that was yeah, somebody says, well, somebody's looking out for you, right? So what else happened here? So what happened here was, wait, let me go over here. So what happened when the transmission started slipping on the bounder, and I pulled into that, just as soon as I pulled into that Circle K, I wasn't there but really a minute or two, and a guy by the name of Will walked over. Thanks, Will. Come walking around. He says, hey, Dave. I'm like, I don't know anybody in Jacksonville. Maybe, okay, one person, but but I didn't know this guy. I'd never seen him before, but he knew me. So Will says, you know, he had a 1993 Pace Aero RV that he recently had the transmission worked on, I think a couple of years ago, and he recommended American Transmission. Seems to have a pretty big facility to do these big rigs, and seem to have good ratings. Well, so he gave me their number, or looked them up online. I called them, but they must have been busy because nobody answered the phone at first. So I thought, well, I'll try calling back, and I proceeded to go make other calls. Well, and then I found shifters. So had this not worked out, I would have went back and, you know, called American Transmission back. But this worked out, and this is working out fantastic. So but still on the same. And Will also gave me his number, say if you have any problems or need any more help or whatever, he said give me a call or let me know. So you know, it's just, you never know where people are, or you know, where you find good people at, right? So I just wanted to share that. That was, you know, just similar. And oh, I think at first I'm like, no, is this somebody gonna walk around and want to change my transmission for me? Could it be like a Panda thing, you know? No, it wasn't that, but still the help, I mean, absolutely was appreciated. Anyway, so I think I'm gonna ask Steve if he'll kind of show me the basics of what happened, you know, with the transmission, what exactly failed. He did already show me, but I'm gonna ask him if I can maybe record a little bit of it for you guys if you want to have any interest in that. I'll see what he says.
My name's Steve.
Steve. Oh, so we have another Steve here. Steve here is working on it. He's got our the transmission all apart, and here it is. And the other Steve's gonna kind of show us maybe some basics of what the main failure was.
Okay, what we have here
is
a Turbo 400. It is disassembled and being built as we speak. This is the valve control assembly. This will be reconditioned and reinstalled. These pieces here will probably not be reused. That's why they were left over here. These clutches are part of the damage and the wear. The reason things in the shop, these are forward clutches, why I quit moving forward.
That's it. So that's the main culprit. Those are the forward clutches, and they're just like that. They're just shot.
Once they start grading material off the clutches, they'll get into the filter, and it stops the filter up, and then it can't get any more pressure. So, you know, consequently, it's just going to burn itself down.
Right.
That's why servicing is so very important in those things. Filters and fluid.
And that one's pretty.
This one's pretty good, but the filter that we're going to put back in here for you is one for an Allison that has a brass screen, which is a lot better filter. So definitely upgrade on this transmission, and you shouldn't have any more issues like this.
Okay, and we had a damaged. This is the other piece that
this is the output shaft. Yeah, there was a bearing that went out and it is graded the back of the shaft, so we're going to put a new one in here.
Okay. And what's it look like?
I'm waiting for the customer, so I can talk to them.
And can we see what that one, the new one, looks like in comparison? Okay, so there's the. You can see this has a nice machine surface on it here.
Yep.
And this here is all wiped out from the thrust bearing failing. Okay, we'll cut and say.
And the clutches. Come over here, stay on this side of them, please.
Okay.
The clutches will be replaced with new clutches and new steel.
Okay, and what's that, like layered every other? There's a clutch between each piece of steel?
Yep.
Is that how that goes together?
Clutch steel. Yep.
So, well, I just see the steel. I don't see any clutches. Did they just disintegrate, or?
The splines on the inside, that was a clutch. And the way these work is, see how these are splined to the outside?
Yes.
And see how these are splined on the inside?
Yeah.
When you compress them, it makes one. When the clutch is released.
So it's the pressure that.
Right, when the clutch is released, it spins.
I got it. Yeah.
Yep.
So this was the pan off of it?
Yes.
Yeah, boy.
Oh boy, that magnet had a lot of stuff stuck to it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So this is a magnet where the drain. That actually, the pan actually has a. No, it doesn't have a drain. It's just a magnet in here.
Yeah, just a magnet.
And look, it's picked up some of the disintegrated clutch pieces. So yeah, she failed all right.
Now, when we rebuild these, we do a lot of upgrades for durability and longevity on them. So there's a lot of pieces that we're going to put in here that doesn't come standard with the rebuild. And
so it will be better.
Being a motorhome, this is going to be built more for a heavy duty application.
Yeah. So it'll be better than that.
That's our goal.
Better than
That's our goal, is to put a better transmission in there than what came in there from the factory.
Cool.
All right.
And Steve, these are all the pieces over here. You're getting cleaned and ready to go. Get it all ready for reassembly. Yeah, and this is your clean room. I got your assembly room where you keep all the grit and dust from out in the shop in here where you're assembling.
More or less, yeah.
Yeah. All right, and I think we have the old torque converters out in the old torque converters. They don't reuse torque converters here. They just go in the old pan or old pile, and they put in use a new torque converter with all this. So we're gonna get all whipped back into shape. Sure.
Okay, I got it out here. Right here is your old torque converter.
That's it. These are all old torque converters. This is the one out of the bounder. It's done.
Yeah, I need to take a phone call.
All right. Looks like maybe we had a recent parts delivery over here. One of these should be
hopefully yours.
Hopefully mine. There it is. Brand new torque converter.
Just make sure we got 6 bolts. They're 2 different ones. You have a
4-bolt probably.
3 and a 6.
Oh, 3 and 6.
Yeah. Now your 3 would be most of your car, light truck applications, stuff like that.
Yeah, I do like every other one.
Right. Your 6 bolts are heavy duty applications. 1-ton wreckers, motorhome, stuff like that.
All right.
All right. This is a remanufactured converter We use these faithfully from New Hampshire, New Hampton. These are very, very good converters. All the bearings and stuff are replaced in them new. They don't reuse any of the old parts inside of them. They give us a 2-year warranty, and we've just had a great, great track record with them.
Cool. That's what we like. Track record, say something.
Yep. And that's why that's all you see here is precision converters.
All right.
That's the only brand we like to use. They're a little bit more than what we can buy locally, but we don't have any problems, and that's what we're here for.
All right, Steve, I appreciate the info, seeing where things went bad and how it's all going to go right.
Yes, sir. We'll get back to work.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that was really cool for them guys to kind of show me what's in the the guts of the inside of the transmission, where it failed. So here we are. We could be running by the end of the day. It's coming along. It's coming along in there. Okay, what else? Gosh, how do I do this part of it? How do I do this part of it? Many of you, I gotta thank, you know, I'm gonna borrow a phrase from Steve Gardner that says, "You are amazing." Okay. Some of you have gone to the PayPal link and have pitched in on this freaking project, and enough that it's covered that towing, and then some. That, you know, that $450 towing fee that, because my insurance company screwed up, which I gotta make another call. I don't know if that's ever gonna, forget that for now. So that's coming out of pocket, and that's been covered now, thanks to you. And actually a little bit more than that actually I'm going to put towards the bill, the overall bill. I don't know what to say about that. That's from the beginning I've said that I got this, right? I mean, I have it. But yeah, that's sure a little bit of a setback, and thanks to you, certainly have softened that blow. I appreciate the help. I know some people, you know, like that, enjoy, have watched and enjoyed the channel for some time now. People have enjoy helping support the channels that they enjoy. So, I mean, one time somebody just said, went to my PayPal link and sent me $100. This was some time ago, and said, "Hey, we love your channel. Let us buy you a tank full of gas." I mean, that was really nice, right? So, likewise, I've had similar here that have added up and has really helped out on this project, and I so much appreciate that. I just can't tell you how much. Knowing the Bounders could be back running today, and that, you know, this whole thing has been, the load has been lightened. It has just been, is a fantastic feeling at this point. I'm really happy. So just thanks again, and thanks to everybody that just even watches the channel, puts up with the ads. Thanks to everybody that has purchased stickers. I have to get another batch of those out. Thanks to everybody that you know, follows our real-time updates on Patreon. I kind of post. It's easier to post a quick picture and like, here's where we're at and here's what's going on. It's quicker to do that than by the time I record and edit and upload. These last ones have been pretty up to date within the day, but anyway, I appreciate everybody. All right, so thanks. I might not do another update until maybe tomorrow. We'll see how things go the rest of the day. If this thing actually does get up and running, this thing, if dear Betty gets all fixed up and is running by the end of the day, we'll see what happens. I don't know if I'll add it on the end of this one or it'll be on the next one, but that's where we're at with all this. So, all right, everybody, I got some other things to do today. I'm gonna get on with that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for everything. We'll be back soon. I'll see you. Wait a minute. My insurance agent just called me back, and said that she'd talked to the lady at Nationwide, and it was back and forth about the history of payment and notifications and all that and everything. But when there's a problem, anytime there's a problem, the insurance company is supposed to also contact my insurance agent. And she checked back through, you know, her records. They were not, my agent wasn't even notified that there was a problem with December's payment. So, and though I'm not a perfect accountant, I don't, you know, when I look at my account online, I don't look, you know, what I look for is that the list of charges are valid. They're ones that I've made, you know, not that there's a charge from another country, that there was fraud. If everything looks cool, then I'm good. I don't go and look that, okay, this was deducted and that was deducted. I don't check those off. So, you know, my bad for poor accounting, I guess, or I would have known there was a problem myself that amount wasn't taken out. But, you know, shame on me. I don't look for that. I just quick glance, okay, everything looks cool, we're good. My bad. Anyway, so the agent wasn't even contacted that there was a problem. So anyway, they won't make good on it. I paid my past due balance, but the policy was canceled December 31st. So I've had no insurance, you know, for what, 2 weeks? And good thing nothing happened. Anyway, she's on it right now. She asked me, you want to start, you know, this is a year-long policy. She says, so do you want to start another one with this company, or do you want to? I said, yeah, I want to. No, I don't want. I'm done. We're done with Nationwide. And she's like, she agreed. Disappointed in the amount of communication. So she's gonna get me hooked up with another policy today, and we'll be okay. And maybe I will get additional, like AAA or something that some of you suggested. But I don't. But it's pointless, because if I already have an insurance policy that has roadside assistance and vacation interruption that allows for car rental and lodging, but why do I need why do I have it in duplicate? I can only use one or the other. You can't use them both. So I don't see getting AAA. Just don't make any sense when my regular policy covers that stuff. Anyway, enough about all that. That's where I'm at. So it's out of pocket. Move on. And maybe watch things better this time. All right, I'll see you for real this time. Bye.